What's up, guys? We are here to do a live reaction of Kanye West's new album, Donda.
Dondo, yo, it's
Yeah,
finally dropped. Let's
finally
go.
drops, and we'll be right back here on Friday to do a live react of Certified Lover Boy. So go ahead and subscribe so you can, yeah, check out our album reviews. Our first
Yeah,
of many here.
yeah, I can't wait, dude. I've been waiting so long for Donda to drop, so I'm excited
Yeah,
that this is the Donda listening
many
party.
sleepless nights waiting for Donda to drop.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
So what we're actually doing here is we are doing a live reaction of the Survivor Season 41 cast reveal. I know we've already done a cast assessment like what a month and a half ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we wanted to be early with the cast assessment. So go ahead and check that out. I won't if you're watching this live, it won't pop up, but I'll do a little bubble popping up so you can go check out our cast assessment. What we're gonna do here today is we're gonna watch. Looks like CBS put out a look at the evolution and bold new era of Survivor, and then Entertainment Weekly put out a video with all Survivor 41 contestants explain why they will win the season. Um,
Mm.
there's an article out. If we have time, maybe look at the TikToks that got released, but a bunch of new information as far as who the people are. Because when we did our cast assessment, we knew
We had
two
no
things.
idea who they are.
We knew their name. Well, we knew their name, their age, where they live, what their
hmm
job is, and uh, their
We
name,
had
their
like a
age,
little, we had a little picture as well.
and a picture of what they look like, and that is it.
So
We knew
we we
nothing of their personalities.
we did some detective work and like tried to track the contestants on social media, but now CBS has finally given us the privilege and honor of actually
Mhm,
letting us know who these people are, so we won't make any
mhm.
mistakes about who they, who the people are. So
And even then, do you really truly know who someone is when they come on Survivor?
no, I mean, we'll get screen time from a lot of them, so let's hope we get to know them within the now 26 days that they'll be on the island.
Hmm. Yeah. So we have some stuff to react to. Um, like I said, go ahead and check out our cast assessment. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we got some cool stuff coming up this month. I know the Survivor buffs took a little bit of a break. Our this reality pop channel kind of shifted a little towards Big Brother.
I
Um,
don't know nothing about that, I'm sorry.
I don't either, but go ahead and check out the block. Justin and his guys have been killing it doing recaps. Um, go ahead and check out Chris and Riley as they uh, recap Survivor International, South Africa and Australia. I'm watching the Australia season right now. I got to tell you, there's a lot of twists, like a lot of unnecessarily twists, but overall, you got to check out this season. Talking to you, Gideon.
Unnecessary twists, huh? You think that's what 41's about to start looking like, maybe?
We'll see.
From
But
how they're talking about it, I don't know.
all that aside, that's what we're doing today. Like I said, subscribe. We got some cool things coming up tomorrow. We have an interview. If you've been following us thus far, you notice me and Gideon are doing what we call Survivor Chronicles, where we go back and have a in-depth conversation with past fan favorites. We have three coming up before season 41, an old schooler, which is tomorrow, which is going to be Lex Vandenberg, two-time player. So check that out. That's tomorrow. 2 Wednesdays from now, we have a middle schooler who played between, let's say, the hint I'll give is between season 15 and 25. That's what I'll give him multiple times. And then the third Wednesday, we have a new schooler who has also played multiple times, each time being after season 25. We are also doing a fantasy draft where we will be doing like a fantasy football draft where we're going to pick, me and Gideon are going to snake back and forth, picking basically two teams of the season 41 cast. And with the goal being that we want the winner to be on our team. So this is kind of like part one of, or maybe part two if you count the cast assessment as part one, but this is part two. Um, Last thing before we dive in, I know you guys are getting excited here, but we are going to be doing a live watch party the hour leading up to the season 41 premiere episodes. It'll be like a kickoff show, a pre-show, and we're trying to do an assembly of Survivor YouTubers. So we have the Survivor specialists joining us. We have Snuffed joining us. We have, I believe, Analytical Strategy is going to join us in some capacity. And of course, we have great friend of the show, Peridium, joining us once again for the kickoff show. Potentially more guests coming down the road, but that is it. Okay, that was a mouthful.
That was
did I
a
miss
lot.
anything? Did I miss anything?
You know what? If you did, we'll talk about it later. It's fine.
The point being, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of it. We're so close to 1,000, guys. So close to 1,000.
If you're watching, hit the subscribe button. When we hit 1,000, confetti will fly and we'll have an amazing reveal.
Okay, sounds good. Let's watch. The first thing we're going to do is Survivor posted. This is what started it all yesterday. Okay, a look at the evolution and bold new era of Survivor. Essentially, the trailer for season 41. This is probably what they would have shown at the season 40 reunion.
Yeah.
But I really like this video a lot. I think it was very well made. But all right, let's take a look at it. I'm gonna share my screen here so you guys can see, and we're gonna react to it. So this is the season 41 trailer, essentially. You can hear it?
No, you need to share the sound.
How do I do that?
There's a little box when you share your screen again that it says share sound with it.
Okay. All right, stall everyone watching.
All right, everybody, how are we doing today? I have a joke. How many survivors? Oh, never mind. We already got it going. All right, let's go. Glad y'all didn't have to hear that
one. If you
one.
have a joke,
No, get it started.
Continue to evolve by pushing the envelope and testing the players. In over 40 seasons, the game has become much more complex. From the introduction of hidden immunity idols.
Oh,
there's a little immunity idol about this big
JB.
in a jungle that's this big.
Classic player.
Advantages.
This is an idol nullifier.
I see a rolled up piece of paper that says secret advantage. This is a huge win for me.
And game-changing twists. Come on in.
Wait, what?
Your past has come back to haunt you.
Are you serious?
Been back and forth, one of the best fire-making challenges we have ever had. But one thing has remained the same. Players must learn to adapt or they'll be voted out.
Ozzy, tribe spoken.
Oh, they do my man Ozzy wrong so
Survivor.
much.
What's cool is if they really did a good job of, every time they do a trailer like this, it's always it only focuses on like what's next. But the fact that they're doing all of these nods to past seasons, it really is making this feel like it's a start of something new, but not in a sense that they're forgetting all their history. It's a sense of they're building on top of everything. So,
which is what we've wanted.
Yeah, I think that's cool. It was time for a switch. I mean, I know as long as the core of what Survivor is there. But here, let's see what Jeff has to say.
Every twist we've ever done, people have hated in the beginning. Going back to season 3 when we did the first tribe swap.
You guys can give me your buffs. Silas, Teresa, Frank, you guys are now members of Braun.
Oh my God.
Now, if tribes don't get a switch, they're upset. It was the same with the idol. It's the same with everything.
I ain't finished playing just yet.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. The
Each
GOAT.
person voted out of Survivor Samoa and the second member of our jury, Kelly. Survivor 41 is birthing a new era, starting with a much more dangerous 26-day game. So that means it is a very fast pace. It does force the players to make bigger decisions.
I feel like, I think we've talked about this, but I feel like the 26 days thing, I think that's got to just be a COVID thing, right?
It's not, yeah, it's not permanent. It's because of quarantine and production quarantining and production building and it's all that stuff. I think once we get to 43, since travel restrictions are a lot, more lax, you probably will get the 39-day version back. Of course, that's all speculation, but it seems like the 26-day thing was a COVID thing, and they're not saying it's because of COVID. They're saying, oh, it's now gonna be a more fast-paced game. Well, yeah, Jeff, naturally it is. But, I think you'll get the 39-day game back once, you get to 43. Or at least that's what I hope.
Yeah, it's weird because on one hand, I'm hoping that the 26 days isn't good because I want production to be like, okay, let's for sure go back to 39. But at the same time, I'm also hoping it is good because you don't want a bad season. But I don't want it to be
of course.
so good. I don't want the fast-paced game to be so good that everyone is going to be like, on production is going to be like, oh, well, I guess we should do this from now on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. I hope it's a good season. I hope they don't make as big of a deal about the days as, and just kind of edit it the same. So hopefully it doesn't feel that much different than the 39.
Quick break here to answer this question. Favorite soda for me is, I'm a ginger ale guy.
I like Sprite.
Favorite fast food? I don't really see. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't really eat fast food.
No, you're freaking not. I'm a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. So there's not many fast food. I guess Subway because they have a couple fish options. I do eat fish from time to time, so I'm not a true vegetarian. But okay. Now that we got the important stuff out of the way, let's get to the more fun stuff.
So there will be new advantages, and there will be some controversial twists. We're going to be doing things.
Controversial.
Go back to the advantage. What did that say? Oh, do you think they're doing the marooning again? That looks like a marooning.
What do you mean? Like with a
that looks like an opening scene of a marooning. It looks like that's on a boat.
Oh yeah.
New advantages, and
they're running past it. They're probably doing a marooning, which is I'd love to see that back.
So new twists, new advantages. So we can expect, if they're going to be bringing in new stuff, you have to assume that they're also going to be getting rid of stuff, and they're obviously
hopefully they get rid of the idol nullifier.
Yeah, they're obviously not getting rid of the hidden idol, but if they're unless they're just going to have a ton of advantages and twists this season, which I think by now they realize that is not what anybody wants. Especially the players themselves.
Yeah.
So if they're going to be getting rid of stuff, hopefully it is, any sort of edge of extinction, that sort of thing, but more on that later. Idol nullifiers. The rumor is fire tokens are gone. So also check out our Survivor 41.
That was short-lived.
Updates and leaks video where we address all the rumors. 18 players, 3 tribes. It seems like that's for sure. So
yeah,
on here.
Controversial twist.
For sure.
We're going to be
is this the edge of extinction flag, or am I wrong?
No, that looks like you know what that looks more like? It looks more like the island from Cook Islands.
Oh,
it looks more like it looks more like Exile. People are not going to live on that, but that does look like Exile.
See, I don't mind Exile because it's not giving people an advantage that they shouldn't have, and
no,
it's as much of a disadvantage as it is an advantage in the sense that you can find items and potentially idols or
this scene could be throwing us. However, if this is in the game, it looks like Exile Island, which would mean that it would probably be like Cook Islands, where you have to bury under the sand and find the idol or whatever, like Yule did.
What is the last Exile season? I guess Token Chains.
I think oh yeah, Gabon did it, but that was before Tocantins, so I don't. Yeah, maybe Tocantins.
Yeah. So it's been. It
I
would be
wouldn't mind seeing
13
Exile back.
Yeah, I don't mind Exile. The only negative for Exile is like if you do go, everyone just kind of assumes that you found something. So it's almost kind of like apparently what they would do in Micronesia, fans versus favorites, is whenever someone would come back, immediately they would dump their bag. So
Well, that's what
Ozzy
they
kind of
do
got
on.
lu-
That's what they did on Island of the Idols, too.
yeah, yeah.
Some of them.
So which is another side note, huge move by Parvati on Micronesia. Everyone was like, "Why didn't she look for the idol when she got there?" Well, it's because she knew that, um, she actually. The rumor is she found it, but then threw it in the lake. So she found it so no one else could get it after her. But she was in such a great position she didn't need it. And then when she got back and she dumped her bags and it wasn't there, everyone was like, okay, well she doesn't have it and didn't find it. Great, sort of like a underrated move. But I just wanted to let's see. Oh, I guess there was sort of exile in David and Goliath.
The Idol Nullifier and the Coconut.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, I agree with you. I don't
Maybe.
mind exile. I don't mind
Yeah.
exile.
Yeah, that does look like an Exile-esque island. So we'll see.
To be doing things and let the audience
Oh, wait.
in, and there
Yeah, that
will
was
be
a
some
better view.
controversial
Let me
twists.
see
What?
that again.
We're going to be doing things.
Wait, I'm trying to time it. So
There will be new advantages, and there will be some controversial twists. We're going to be doing things.
I don't know, man. That looks like the Edge of Extinction flag to me.
Nah, the edge of it. That looks nothing like the Edge of Extinction flag.
No.
No.
All right. I hope
he
I'm wrong.
said they're not bringing back the Edge. I don't think they are.
Oh, he did say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Things and let the audience in on things in ways we never have before. Bring them inside the game a little more and pose the question. Now you have this information before the players do. What do you think you would do? There's also something I'm really excited about. It's called the Game Within the Game. The Game Within the Game is an interactive experience for junior future Survivor players where they'll have to spot and solve rebus puzzles hidden within each episode.
Okay. Gotta unpack that real quick. Game within a game. Okay. Well, first thing he said was we're gonna let the fans in on things before the contestants do, which if you think about it, what do we ever not know that they do know? Except for like production stuff, but I'm assuming they're gonna keep
I don't.
that hidden as normal. The only thing I
It
can
just
think
seems.
of
It seems like Jeff's gonna break the fourth wall, I guess, and like talk and like say something. I don't know.
Well, the only thing I can maybe think of is how like more and more nowadays it's like when someone's hunting for an idol and they're so close to getting it, they'll like have a camera shot of the idol being like right there. Maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing, like to the max,
Mm-hmm.
where we know from the get-go right where the idol is, like exactly. So like if they're searching at the whole wrong side of the map, maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
or clues, like we know exactly, like maybe online they'll give us a map of the islands and we could see exactly where the idols are. That'd be kind of cool.
What? Yeah. The only thing I hope is that we are kept in the dark about certain things as well, because it's good as an audience member to be kept in the dark about things like,
Mhm.
are they going to a final two, or like
Right.
stuff like that.
Right. So game within a game. He said something about junior survivor players. I took that as being people who are like too young to play now, but sort of want to be involved. So that way, if they ever get on the show when they're adults, they have some experience. I was watching Russell's video last night, and he took that as saying he wants to, Jeff is, unless I misunderstood him, he wants Jeff to get these kids ready because Jeff is still planning a sort of under 18 season. I guess we'll have to see. I don't know.
I
It
disagree
seems
with
like,
that speculation, but
yeah, It seems like game within a game is just sort of like, I don't know, you might have been too young, but there was a Rugrats movie once where the audience was given like cards, and depending on where you were in the movie, you could scratch, and like a smell would come that would like it would be a smell from the scene. And when I
It's an
thought of game,
interactive experience, yeah.
yeah, so that's what I thought, that there was like maybe an app that you can download on your phone.
Maybe. I hope it's not like too kiddish to where it like impacts the quality for the adults watching, but I
Well,
mean,
what I'm hoping is that if it is that, that it's something that can be easily tuned out. Like if every 5 minutes they're going to say, before we go to the next scene, figure out this challenge. Like if it's, I hope it's not in your face. I hope it's
yeah,
just
I
like,
would be annoyed, yeah, if that was the case,
Mhm.
but
Or maybe it could be a thing with like before every commercial, there's like a QR code you scan and you can like play a quick challenge on your phone. Like something that, again, something that doesn't distract from the people that just want to watch the episode, which I'm assuming is going to be me. I mean, I'm going to try whatever it is for at least the premiere. We'll see.
yeah.
But when it comes to twists on Survivor, the smart, aggressive
Tony?
players take it, adapt, and move on. Because the game is kind of like the monster in a horror movie. When it's chasing you in the kitchen, you don't stop and ask where it came from or how it got its powers. You just try to outwit it, outplay, outlast it. Because otherwise, if you don't kill the monster will kill you. So I'm trying to remind players, just keep moving and beat the game. It is fast. You got to earn everything. And even then, there's no guarantees that you'll keep it. That's Survivor right now. So buckle up.
Okay.
Buckle up, guys. Buckle
Well,
up.
I'm buckled, all right.
Uh-huh.
So what is this era? Is this the monster era? Are we entering the monster era? Jeff, well, freaking stop talking about a monster, dude.
Yeah, you know, Jeff, he finds the thing for each season and just goes all out on that thing. The thing for this season is a monster. So
If there's not like a monster statue or a monster immunity idol, like, you know, the tribe immunity idol, I will be disappointed for as much as he's talking about it. There needs to be some kind of monster.
I mean, I'm guessing what he's referring to, and this is based on nothing, is well, it's based on very small thing. And when we've touched on this, but one, I think it's just a harsh season considering, and that's not even considering like COVID and all that, just the season itself. You know, maybe they made the challenges, which Survivor challenges. I was just talking to Chris from Survivor Worldwide recently about this. Seems like the Survivor challenges have over the years have gotten a lot more like, you know, just balance on this log on one foot, or just hold this behind your head as long as you can. A lot of endurance challenges, the big epic challenges that take a long time, like,
To
you know,
build.
mazes where you're blindfolded and it's all
Yeah.
this stuff, have sort of gone away. And international survivors, they've amped those challenges up, whereas US has kind of toned it down. So maybe they brought back those, which I
To
you know,
touch on that about the harsh season, I don't know if you've found this out yet, but some very reputable sources have confirmed they won't be getting rice.
I heard that they won't be getting food rewards, at least not as
Yeah.
often as normal, but not
So
right.
like it's definitely, yeah, I heard they aren't getting rice. Lauren Ashley Beck was talking about that. She does Survivor News on her TikTok, and you know she was saying that they aren't even going to get rice. So
Jeez.
yeah, we'll see if that's true. But if it is, then yeah, I mean that's just harsh, taken to the next level. Because when have they ever not got rice?
No, they've always gotten rice.
Yeah,
Rice and beans, I think.
yeah.
Either beans or lentils. And then I know we've touched on this, but the weather conditions apparently were
Mm-hmm.
pretty bad. If you look at the weather report of Fiji during the time of filming, it was raining constantly every day. And then if you look at the Survivor 41 logo, um, you know, there's like thunderbolts and rain clouds in the logo. So that might be another thing. I think that's it. I think they just really I feel like Survivor listened to the fans in that we were kind of noticing how easy the game was getting. Now, I'm not saying the game is easy
Yeah.
overall. I'm just saying it's easier compared to.
Easier than boiling your own water, even though you still have to boil your own water because lizards and crap are getting in your well. But I mean, it used to be real harsh. I mean, look at Africa.
Yeah. So we'll see. But all right. Do you want to see why each player will win?
I'm interested. And who was your winner pick? My winner pick was David. Was that his name? And yours was Ricard.
Well, it's weird because my winner pick changed like 3 times during the cast assessment. I do have a winner pick right now, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to
Oh
pick
yeah.
during the
Yeah.
draft. But
Fine.
I will not be picking David, at least not first. Nothing against David. He's not my first pick. So you don't have to worry about me taking him. Unless I'm just
Mhm.
saying that to throw you off.
I don't care.
Okay. So this is um I believe Entertainment Weekly, right?
Yeah, Entertainment Weekly. They asked before. Obviously, this is before they started filming. Entertainment Weekly got the inside scoop and asked every single player, "Why are they going to win?" This might change my opinion on who wins because then we're getting a little insight into the philosophy of each player and you know why they think they're gonna win. Like, so if my winner pick gives some weak sauce answer, I'm probably gonna change.
Yeah. Yeah, have you seen this video yet?
I have seen only one person because it popped up on my For You page, and it was Ricard. It was Ricardo. What's his name? Ricardo or Ricard?
Ricard.
Ricard. Ricard. It was only Ricard because I follow him on TikTok.
Yeah.
So
So I've seen this twice all the way through now in prep, but it's I think your opinion on some people is gonna change.
you think?
Some for the better, some for the worse. There's some people that are like, whoa, that is not what I thought that person was.
Okay.
So this is a true live first reaction.
I might have to ask you to pause it so I can get a breather and process.
We'll do a quick pause after each person.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to be this season's winner of Survivor because I came here ready, patient, put in the time and effort. Now it's time to show what I got.
I feel like he's going to be the guy that gets far because he's not seen as that much of a threat.
But if he's patient and has good timing, then he could emerge as a late threat.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying he's not a threat. It's just I feel like nowadays in Survivor, you're either seen as like a huge threat or just not a threat at all. There's like no middle ground. So
that's what I hope. What I hope this season changes. I hope that we can get arcs. I hope that we can get, I hope that we can get like somebody who maybe we weren't thinking about at the beginning, and the cameras weren't so focused on. Well, I hope the camera focuses on everybody, but maybe somebody who's kind of under the radar at the start, and we just kind of like them just to like them. But then we're like at the end, we're like, oh, like maybe that person, maybe Eric actually has something in him that can win. Because I mean, just based off of his job and the pictures that we had in the first cast assessment, I was like, this guy's either going to be really well thought out and really calculated, or he's going to be like a Sarge type of character, and just like be stone cold, no strategy, tribe strong. But maybe
he reminds me of
who?
It's going to shock. You're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm actually getting the same vibe from him that I feel like I was getting from Andrea during Redemption Island, in the sense that I feel like there's something there, but she was so reserved and conservative and patient in Redemption Island that she waited too long, and by that point, Rob had already won.
It's okay to be conservative and patient, but when your time comes, like when you win individual immunity and the power is in your hands, and like you have that opportunity to make a big move and switch up the game, then you need to take it, you know? And that's why, you know, that's the key to, you know, being that under the radar player is eventually, if you want to win, you do have to emerge as a somewhat a threat because you won't win. There's very few people that have won that never emerged as a threat. Maybe Natalie White, you know, some people like that, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about Eric compared to Andrea is obviously he's, you know, probably twice as old maybe as she was when she played his first time. So I'm assuming just based on age that he's a
He's
little more
46, I think.
Yeah, so he might be a little more mature and wise. Not that Andrea isn't mature and wise. I'm just saying a 48-year-old compared to, you know,
Anyways,
however old Andrea was.
Cybersecurity, my friend is a major in cybersecurity in college. And man, let me tell you, you got to be smart to be in that field. So, you know, the guy's definitely got some brains on him because, man, I was in a Future Business Leaders of America, and my friend was taking the cybersecurity test, and I was just looking at his questions, and I understood absolutely nothing. So the guy's definitely smart.
There you go.
I came here ready, patient, put in the time and effort. Now it's time to show what I got.
Because I'm here to outwork, outplay, and outlast every other contestant on this island.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
that didn't surprise me. He's an ex-NFL player.
He's gonna be the workhorse.
Yeah.
He's gonna be.
I don't want him to be like a Clarence where he's like a workhorse and really in your face, you know. But you know, I don't mind a workhorse for the tribe.
Right.
As long as he's not like the other NFL player from David versus Goliath that was just, you know, insane, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to win Survivor because I'm younger than Survivor itself.
That's true. Is that a reason why he would win though?
What, do you want a cookie? I don't know. Okay.
More to that they cut it short. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they cut this short. Yeah, that they didn't do him right with that edit at all.
Yeah. I do like Jarius or JD. I think he said his name was in one interview. He goes by. Excited to see him. I think he's going to be the funny, fun player of this season.
Yeah.
Maybe like the J of this season.
I'm very athletic and I have really good people skills and I never, ever, ever give up on anything.
I like Sarah.
I know you like Sarah, Adam.
Sarah, what's her thing say? Oh, healthcare
consultant.
So I wasn't sure if she was, because I know there was a couple students on this season, but she obviously is no longer a student, but is still one of the younger players.
Yeah.
She took me a while to find her on Instagram, but it's interesting because obviously, you know, every season has like, you know, one or at least one, maybe two people that are like the pretty attractive people on male and female. And it seems like she falls under that for female. But that's not always, you know, a bad thing. It seemed like in the early seasons, at least old school Survivor, it was like, oh, that's the pretty one. Okay. Early boot or coattail rider to the end. But that's not the case now. It seems like there's a lot of everyone's like a player now. And Jeff said that in some interview or some video that everyone this season is a player.
Good. That's what I want.
We'll see. But I don't know. It seems like, let me watch that one more time.
I have really good people skills.
And
I never, ever, ever give up on anything.
Never gives up on anything.
Well, you know, you can say you have people skills, but I just want to see that you have people skills.
Mm-hmm. I think Brad is also going to be Brad's going to be like the Elaine. No, not the Elaine. Yeah, maybe the
Elaine. The Elaine. Yeah.
There's always someone, at least one. I think there's two this season that are like people that there's like one person. There's no one else like that person in this country. I feel like Brad is that. I think there's two people this season that fall under that. Yeah, Brad seems pretty interesting. Let's see what he says.
He does.
I'm gonna win
I'm
Survivor
interested.
because I'm the most adaptable, flexible player out here.
Really? That's actually surprising.
Yeah. I'm
The
excited for Brad.
the rancher from Wyoming being flexible and adaptable.
Because people like Brad, you know, the characters of the season. Like Brad is clearly going to be one of the characters, you know, the Phillips, the coaches, the Elaines, the Ralphs from Redemption Island. He's clearly a character. And characters, I was about to say usually never win, but has a character player like really ever won?
Not really. I mean,
Coach
Coach got
almost won.
close.
Yeah.
Coach, if he had a good final tribal, he would have won.
I was gonna say Bob from Gabon, but even him, I feel like
Bob would be the closest to that.
Cochran. He's not like a super entertaining character, but he is quite unique, and I feel like was casted as being like the super nerd, you know.
At the beginning, yeah.
But by the time he won, he sort of evolved into a different character.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 100%.
Ben. But okay, let's.
I've already demonstrated in life that I can survive. I'm here to prove that I can win.
I'm gonna win.
Chantel, is she? These are the two TikTok people, right? Ricard and Chantel.
Chantel is from Canada, and she's a pastor, but also is on TikTok. Yes, and so is Ricard. Ricard's the gay flight attendant from on TikTok. So that's the two. Washington. Yeah, that's the two TikTokers.
Chantel seems fun. The only thing with Survivor is, I mean, I feel like Chantel's a great person, but the thing with Survivor is like the people that are super high energy usually are early boots, just to be frank. You know, because they're so, you know, Survivor's so draining. So having that person on the tribe that's bouncy and high energy can sort of rub people the wrong way. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Ricard.
I've already demonstrated in life that I can survive. I'm here to prove that I can win.
I'm going to win Survivor because I have a hyper awareness about me that not a lot of people possess. I'm hard of hearing, and so I really pick up on body language and facial expressions, and I just think I'm going to have an edge that not a lot of other people have.
He seems confident, but not in a cocky way.
Oh, if you saw his other interview, you would say he was cocky. He did another interview and he was like, I'm pretty and I will win. I was like, you are pretty, but
really?
that's beside the point. Yeah, I know.
Well, at least in this, he seems confident but not arrogant. He seems chill.
I like him.
Almost Todd-like.
Well, yeah, it's the two gay flight attendants, so it's hard not to compare them.
Was Todd a flight attendant?
Yes. Do you not remember? That's the iconic Jeff Probst quote. Todd Herzog, the gay flight attendant from the Mormon gay flight attendant is what he said.
Completely forgot. Yeah, I like Ricard. He seems like he does give
me Todd vibes. I agree. So
well, that's the thing is like now that we've had a chance to talk to some winners, you know, with this podcast, you can almost some people you can just sense like, okay, I know this was shot before the season started, but still, I feel like with people you can just kind of tell, they have a really good shot. There's like 4 or 5 people on the season that I feel like it's got to be one of those 4 or 5. I don't want to say who because I don't want you to pick them in the fantasy draft, but I will spoil it and I say Ricard to me is one of those people. He just, I don't know, he seems like he carries himself well, and it seems like he like he said in his interview, it feels like he can pick up on things about people that most don't.
100%, yeah. Yep, I agree.
I will win Survivor because I was born to play this game. Bring it.
So the other character, Jenny, who is a girl.
That's right. We got it wrong last time, but we apologize. Now we know.
Grocery clerk, I believe our first grocery clerk. Jenny seems fun.
Very.
Again, along with Jarius, I think is going to be like one of the more fun, funny people. You know, could potentially be like the Christian of the season, where it's someone that was just so great to watch that no matter how good or bad they do, not insinuating that she's going to do bad, but she might be one of those players that no matter how they perform, it's like, oh, I have to see that person back on my screen. I think Jenny's going to be a blast to watch this season.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
I will win Survivor because I never give up. I am unrelenting in every facet of my life. I do everything I do with heart and determination. So, nobody's going to be able to stop me out there.
So we've seen this type of character, it kind of started with like Malcolm, and then we've seen it with Joe. We saw with, Michael Yerger.
So you're already pre-casting him as the surfer athletic dude.
Devin Pinto, yeah. But I think Devin helped prove that you can be you can, I mean, Malcolm, I feel like is an underrated strategic mind, but yeah, Xander, I think was the biggest, and I was watching the specialists cast assessment last night, and they kind of said the same thing, at least Phil did. That Xander might be the one that's the most different than what we thought. But sort of like the cool, fun, charming young guy, probably athletic. I feel like he falls under that boat. But I don't know if he seems confident. But everyone,
First boot at the merge,
There you go.
I have the ultimate strategy thought out and perfected.
That's an interesting one. I don't know. I feel like coming into the game with a pre-made strategy is not a good idea.
No, because you have to be adaptable. Your strategy will be thrown out the window on day 3 when you have to go to the first tribal council. But
you know what I noticed? He didn't look at the camera ever. He was always looking down.
I have the ultimate strategy thought out and perfected.
I don't know. I feel like David's one of those guys that could be easily a first boot because he's just in way over his head, or could be a super genius at the show like Spencer, or make it all the way.
I hope he's the villain and he just freaking demolishes everybody.
He could be the villain of the season.
He's giving me villain vibes, and I like that. So,
yeah. So, like I said, David, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he's the first boot. I wouldn't be surprised if he won. He's one of those guys that,
if he's going out, he's going out swinging. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch David.
I am going to win Survivor.
And he's a neurosurgeon, so
I know.
He's smart.
I would not tell anybody on my tribe that I'm a neurosurgeon.
I am going to win Survivor because I am the triple threat. I am the social guy. I am the strategic guy that they will not know about until it's too late. And I'm also a bit physical. So I think I have everything it takes to win.
I will.
Probably the biggest change in a person I had between our cast assessment and now, because he was so hard to find online, and he has like one thing. He has like an Instagram page, and that's it. And he follows like hardly anyone. He has hardly any followers. He has like 3 pictures. And, in the day and age we live in, if you aren't with it on social media, usually that means you're not with it in real life socially. That's just kind of the world we live in. So I sort of put that together. But looking at this seems like a really cool guy. Like I would hang out with this guy based off this interview. I like this guy. He's I'm not going to reveal yet if he's like one of my winner picks, but
well, I think that's the best kind of strategy that you could have in Survivor, which is what he was talking about. He said something that I like a lot, which is you won't know I'm a strategic threat until it's too late. That's the best way to do it. So right. Yeah, my mind's getting changed a little bit too.
I'm telling you this. He's a medical student. You know what that means?
I will win Survivor because I'm determined.
I'm going.
All right.
She had to have said more, and they just cut her off. There had to be more than that. Phil and Alexa were talking about that last night too, because I'm determined. That's all it takes. No. I feel like Liana is one of the younger ones, I believe. Based on her interview, she's had a lot of life experience, sort of traveled around the world and a lot of cool stuff. So it seems like she's one of those people that like acts and is like mentally way older than they actually are. So when's the last time we've had like a young winner like Michelle? Or if you don't consider her young, I mean she's not old, but
Michelle, I guess, yeah.
If you're saying young, I mean like early 20s. Is Fabio really the last like young winner? Like under
I guess.
25 winner?
Yeah, I mean it's hard to win Survivor when you're young. It really is. So
maybe she could change it.
Maybe.
I'm going to win Survivor because no one's going to see me coming.
See, that's a short answer too, but that one I feel like is better than determined. No one's going to see me coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
It is time to win the title of Sole Survivor, and I'm going to do that.
I feel like I feel like either she didn't hear the question right, or they just asked her the wrong question by accident. Why are you going to win Survivor? Because I'm going to win Survivor.
Yeah, seems legit, I guess. You know, if that's your philosophy,
regardless,
go for it.
I do have high hopes for Tiffany. Teacher.
Okay.
I mean, we've had the last two like school teachers to play. I think were like Bob and Tommy. So
I know if she breaks the teacher mold, then I'll be sad because usually they win.
She seems, the mom character, but I don't know. She seems mature and very focused, very centered. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm going to win Survivor because I have the perfect combination of smarts and social skills and emotional capacity to connect with people. That's going to make me someone that people want to work with and want to vote for to win $1 million.
Someone's excited.
I know, man. I'm literally getting anxious listening to her talk.
Yeah.
But hey,
PhD student. A lot of like medical student, PhD. We have a law student coming up, neurosurgeon. A lot of people that like just based off their jobs, your instant reaction would be smart.
Yeah, I know. But, in this day and age, anybody can get a degree now.
Yeah.
My dad just got his PhD and he's pretty dumb, so.
Physically, I have a good shot at this. I'll win. Wouldn't that be wonderful to be the oldest female to win Survivor? Just think about that.
First boot.
First boot, yeah.
No, I don't know. She just seems to fit the mold of what first boots are. I'm not saying she is going to be bad, but like when you look at who the first boot is every season, or like first boot for each tribe, it just connects to her with that. Hopefully she's the one that breaks the mold. I also hope she comes on this show eventually. So when I say first boot, I actually mean winner.
Exactly. When we say first boot, we mean that typically people would associate, because you're an older woman, that you're the first boot. But we don't want that to happen. We want you to break the mold. So do it. Go out there and win this thing.
Yeah. That'd be something, wouldn't it?
I'm originally from Sri Lanka. As of now, I'm 36 years old, and 18 years of my life was living in a condition with no running water, no electricity, or our toilet was just a hole right in the ground outside. our house was like just a mud hut with coconut front roof, and so the elements are going to be really piece of cake for me.
I am the
So a short answer there. No, Nasir is someone who I feel is a lot more charming and extroverted. I'm not saying he is an extrovert, but a little bit more charming than I had pictured. And I only say that because, um, he's a sales manager. I mean, that's not normally I guess, an association or job that you would have where people be like, oh, that's got to be an extroverted guy. When you think sales manager, you think the
When I
guy
think
that's
sales
behind the
manager, I
scenes.
think lazy. So
Yeah, behind the scenes.
I worked retail, so
Sitting in an office, yeah, retail. But this guy doesn't seem that at all. He seems
no, he
very
doesn't seem that way.
outgoing, very fun. He's talking about his horrible growing up life conditions, but he says it with a smile on his face. It's almost like he's laughing at like how bad
Well,
things were.
it seems like he's happy that he's gotten out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he made a good point.
He won't have to. Yeah, he won't struggle with the survival element at all.
Yeah. No, he's one of the people I'm the most excited to.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know how to feel, but I'm excited for sure.
Mm-hmm. I know I believe he's Phil's winner pick from the Survivor Specialists. But okay, last one.
the jack of all trades. In this game, you can't be the best at anything, but you have to be almost the best at everything. And I can tone down my amazingness to be almost the best and not the best.
Well, I could just watch that one all, for 5 hours straight.
It's because she's wearing a leopard bikini that she gives me poverty vibes, man.
Was she?
She is. She's wearing it. I know.
Game,
I've seen the other interviews, and she
almost
is
the best at everything. And I can.
So that's the winner. There's no question about that one.
No,
I'm telling you guys, bold prediction here. Monster of a season, harsh conditions. I'm feeling like there's a medevac this season. I know I've said,
and I think it's her.
I think it's Sydney, just because if you look at her Instagram, I mean, her stories have gone away, but I was following her from like as soon as she would have come back. And actually, can we just keep her up? Let's just keep her up.
Oh my gosh.
There was pictures of her with a crutch, with a why'd you get rid of that comment? There was pictures of her with a crutch, with a cast on for like, it seemed like a month after she would have returned from the show. So I don't know. Maybe it could happen on the flight back home.
I don't know. I don't think it happened on the flight back home. I think something happened, and I think she either got medevaced or seriously injured to the point where she was impaired.
Yeah. So it's tough because I'll be honest, if that hadn't happened, if I hadn't seen that, I feel like she would have been my winner pick. But now, because I'm like so convinced that she got medevaced, and the rumor is that someone did get medevac this season.
And it looks like it's probably her. So,
and she's fine now. We follow her on Instagram, and she's out. She was just on vacation somewhere. She obviously decided not to invite the Survivor buffs along with her, but I'm guessing.
What's up with that?
I'm guessing that was simply just because of some NDA she signed, where she couldn't be associated with anything.
She'll invite us. She'll invite us to hang with her sometime, I'm sure.
Hey, lives in Brooklyn.
Oh, well, I mean, I'll be there in a little bit. In 2 weeks, I'll be there. So
2 New York guys right here will be.
Hey.
Some live.
I mean, I'm not single, but you can have Adam.
I'm simply referring as a Survivor guest and nothing more. Point being, I do think Sydney could be one of those players that even if she does get medevaced, I'm hoping that it happens very late in the game so that people can be like, oh man, she would have won. Let's for sure invite her back.
Yeah.
because I feel like she's like Parvati, in the first 2 seasons Parvati played, where she could have that like, that flirt card thing. But did you see who she compared herself to in the interview?
Who?
Natalie White. And the reason why is
just hearing that name makes me want to take a nap.
The reason why is she said that I believe it was because she's good at, obviously she was saying Natalie White sort of like nurtured Russell and like the egos of that season, and sort of associated herself with the people that she knew were going to get far, but was sort of like silent. I don't know. I forget exactly what she said, but it wasn't the sense that she was going to like ride coattails the whole time. It wasn't that. It was just the sense that everyone would see her as being like this quiet, small, pretty young woman, when in actuality she's a winner. I think that was what she was getting at. Thoughts on Sydney? Law student.
I would choose her as a winner pick too, just because women who can manipulate men, especially their looks, usually do pretty well on Survivor. But it's because of outside sources that you and I have looked into that shows that she probably did get medevaced. I would almost bet money that she's going to get medevaced on the season, just because we've looked into it so much. That I'm not looking forward to her being medevaced, but it's looking like it probably happens.
With sexes, we're being so bold on and forward on this prediction that if she doesn't get medevaced, we're gonna look dumb.
We're gonna look very dumb. Don't come back to this. Do not quote us on this. It's just speculation, but it is backed up by some empirical evidence.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, she's a law student. We were just trying to, sort of, be lawyer-esque in our investigation of the show due to that.
That's right, man. We investigated pretty hard, and we came out with this conclusion, so.
All right. 5 more seconds.
Okay. Adam.
All right. Should we show just real quick? We don't have to stop after each one or anything, but do you want
to show it.
The TikTok real quick? Okay.
Yeah. By the way, guys, Survivor has a TikTok now. You guys can go check that out for exclusive footage. That's only for TikTok. If you just look up at Survivor CBS, I believe, on TikTok, you can follow them. Jeff uploaded a special welcome to TikTok. Yeah, there it is right there. Y'all can follow them there. Only have 16,000 followers right now, and it's literally Survivor. So, yeah, go check them out if you have a TikTok.
And guess who else has a TikTok? Not only Reality Pop as a channel, but also the Survivor Buffs. I don't know if the Reality Pop one is launched yet, so you might.
And Curly Daddy 101.
Who?
Ha.
Who's that?
Curly Daddy 101.
Rihanna. Be sure to follow Rihanna, guys. She only has one. Hey, you have twice as many as Rihanna.
I know. I literally have more followers than Rihanna. So.
But not Britney Spears.
Okay.
Is this just becoming us digging through TikTok? All right. See, Christian Galdones. Christian, who's your winner pick? Who else is in this chat? Jack, who's your winner pick? Cammy, Adriana.
Yeah, after that. Drop your winner picks in the live chat right now as we watch through this TikTok.
You know what? I think I forgot to hit share audio. So give me 1 sec. Tell the rest of your joke while I do this.
I literally had no idea where that joke was going.
You said how many survivors? Well, you're in luck because I got.
My name is Evie. I'm 28 years old. I grew up outside of New York City, and I am 90% done with a PhD in human evolutionary biology at Harvard. I absolutely think that my knowledge of human evolution and the years I've spent studying that is going to be really helpful.
Yeah, so she's smart.
I'm Sydney. I'm 25. I'm a law student in Los Angeles, but I currently live in New York. I would describe myself as a very confident, candid, empathetic, sexy individual.
Hi, my name is Zarek Abraham.
Agreed.
I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and I'm a cybersecurity analyst. I would describe myself as a exciting, cheerful, happy-go-lucky type of person.
I'm Erica. I'm a communications manager, and I'm from Toronto. I'm fun.
Oh, there's
I'm
two
fearless,
Canadians.
And I'm empathetic.
I'm Brad Reese. I'm a 49-year-old cattle rancher from Shawnee, Wyoming. So I am the first contestant from the great state of Wyoming.
We gotta hang
ever.
out with this guy.
My name is Chantal
I know.
Smith. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, and I am a pastor, and I'm 34 years old.
My name is Xander Hastings. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and I develop apps. I do everything I do with heart and with passion.
I'm Tiffany. I'm a teacher. I'm from Long Island, New York, and I'm 47 years old.
I'm Danny. I'm a former NFL player, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I was an undrafted free agent. It was 6 years of not knowing what the next day would bring and just fighting to stay on the team.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I work in life sciences and healthcare consulting, and I'm from Sherman Oaks,
How do you pause?
California.
You pause? There
My
we go.
name is
Oh, how do you go back?
And just fighting to stay on the team.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I work in life sciences and healthcare consulting, and I'm from Sherman Oaks, California.
My name is Deshaun Radin. I'm 25 years old. I grew up in San Bernardino, California, and I'm currently a podiatric medical student. People call me charismatic, but I'm also very devious as well.
Hey, my name is Heather,
Devious.
and I'm
Okay.
from Charleston, South Carolina. I am currently a stay-at-home mom, but prior to this, I was a elementary school teacher
First
for many
food.
years.
I'm David Boche from Nashville, Tennessee. Being a neurosurgeon will influence
the
the way I
villain.
play this game and my ability.
Oh, I hope so.
I'm Liana. I'm a student at Georgetown, and I'm from a suburb of Chicago called Evanston.
Hi, I'm Nasir from Morgan Hill, California. I hardly spoke English when I met my wife. I went back and
I
watched
love
every
that
single
guy.
season aired, and it gave me
Oh,
the
I'm
opportunity
cheering
to
for
learn
him.
English.
I'm cheering
so
for
I
this
learned
guy.
English watching Survivor.
My name is Jeannie Chen. I am 46 years old and I work at a grocery store. I'm a hard worker at everything I do. They call me Jeannie Machini at work.
My name is JD. I'm 20 years old. Was born in Agana Heights, Guam, Micronesia, but my dad's military, so you name a state, I've probably been there. I'm a college campus tour guide, and I'm an assistant kindergarten teacher.
My name is Ricard. I'm a flight attendant, and I live in Cedar Woolley, Washington. I'm funny. I'm pretty. I'm very excitable, and I'm very perceptive.
I told you he said he was pretty.
Yeah, but you know,
Hey man, hey, he's a good looking guy, so I give it to him.
yeah. Okay, do we get some winner picks?
Deshaun is the male winner pick, and then I think Erica female from Christian. So
But there's also this.
All right.
All right. Well, that's I guess that's our reactions to all this cool news.
Yeah, I
so
think it's about everything that's dropped. You know, we're entering CBS releasing footage, trailers, but I think everything dropped yesterday or 2 days ago. And I think that's all the footage that's come out so far. We'll probably get more. We'll probably get more news closer to September 24th. But yeah, for sure. It's very exciting. We're officially in the Survivor 41 preseason, and it's good to be back. I'm so glad that Survivor's back. People on social media are already going crazy. People are already ready to gear up. It's been such a long off season, and now we can finally get into it. I know. Year and a half of no Survivor. How have we survived? Well, the answer is I've watched Survivor back through all 40 seasons like twice. So
there you go. Yeah, we'll discuss some tribe dynamic stuff during our fantasy draft for sure. So
Yep. And you know, there'll be a pre-show for the first episode, and after every episode there will be a post show that will talk about it with not just us but some other members of the Reality Pop team.
Yes. Still figuring out the scheduling for that. We might do like the day after podcast sort of thing.
Yeah.
But point being, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of that. Again, check us out tomorrow night. where we interview Lex Vanberg. In my opinion, best interview so far.
It was a good one. You guys need to be there for that. It was a really good interview.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half long. Really dive deep into it. Lex has done a ton of interviews, maybe more than any survivor. Maybe Wentworth has done more.
But we ask questions that nobody else has. That's for sure.
Exactly. So check that out. Interview coming next week. Another interview coming in 2 weeks. Old schooler this week. Middle schooler next week. New schooler in 2 weeks. Fantasy draft, watch party with Peridium and all the other Survivor YouTubers. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of it. And